Hello, this is a video on how to play War. Now, War is a simple card game. It's very simple, and it's for two players. And so, um, it's mostly a game played by younger individuals because it is a very luck-based game. There's not much skill in War, and it's more so whoever is the luckiest wins. Um, There's lots of variations, but we're gonna go with, I guess, the most standard version of War that most people play. And so, what happens here is, so each player first gets dealt half the deck, and so let's deal it. So each player gets 26 cards, and this is very fast, right? So you just go one at a time, and so we'll just wait here. So we dealt the cards, and so what you do is both players turn their top card face up at the same time. In this case, it's not at the same time because Bill's playing it before me. But if you're playing in real life, you both turn your top card at the same time. And remember, you do need a 52 card deck. So you both turn your top card up. The person with the higher ranking card or the higher number wins the draw and takes both cards. And so it depends on which version you're playing. Obviously, 8 beats 7, but it depends on how you play. Some versions play with ace higher than king. Some versions play with ace being the lowest, king being the highest, while others play with 2 being the lowest and ace being the highest. So that's just up to you. Um, and so both players just turn their top card face up at the same time. The person with the higher card wins the draw, and they take both cards. So let's say I play this card and it's a 10. That's higher than Bill's card, and so I then take that card and place it at the bottom of my pile, and then we draw again. And so whoever has the higher ranking card, out of the two cards that are flipped, takes both cards, puts them on the bottom of their pile. If both players draw a card of the same rank, well, you could put it on the bottom of your pile. Some people also put a new stack. In this version, we're going to just be putting those cards that we win to the side. And so you can use those cards that you win if you run out of cards in your current stack. And so if both players draw a card of the same rank, so let's say he draws a 7, I draw a 7, so we both have a 7, then we do what's called a war. And so each player puts 3 cards face down on the table, so I'd go 1, 2, 3. Bill would go 1, 2, 3. And then, so that's 3 cards right there, and then we put 1 extra card face up. So I go 1, 2, 3 cards face down, and then an extra card face up. Bill goes 1, 2, 3 cards face down, and then an extra card face up. And the face up card, whoever has the higher ranking card out of the face up card, wins the war and gets every single card on the table. So the 2 cards that were initially flipped, the 3 cards that were face down, and the 1 card face up in the war, whoever wins gets all of those cards. And so if the face up card, so let's say we put Bill has a 7 and I have a 7, and we do 1, 2, 3, put 1 card face up. He goes 1, 2, 3, 1 card face up. That's a war, and then he gets an 8, and then I get an 8 again. Well, that's still the same rank, and so we have to do another war. And so then we flip 1, 2, 3 cards again, and then Bill goes 1, 2, 3 cards again, and then whoever wins that gets all 20 cards. Um, and so the first player to obtain all the cards wins the game. So if Bill's left with 0 cards, that means I have all 52 cards, I win the game. Um, if you are trying to do a war and you don't have enough cards, you lose the game immediately. So during a war, you need at least 1, 2, 3, and then 1 card face up. Let's say you only have 2 cards, well, then that's not enough because you still need 1 more card face down and then 1 card face up. And so that's not enough cards, and so you lose the game. And so it's fairly simple rules. If that went over your head, that's okay. Because there was no live demonstration going on here. So we'll just go with a live demonstration here, and it's very easy to pick up. And so we're gonna play it. Bill wins it because 7's higher than 2. Bill wins it because 10's higher than 9. I win it because 8's higher than 5. I win it because ace is higher than 8. In this version, we're playing with ace as the highest. Bill wins it because queen is higher than 7. Bill wins it because ace is higher than 10. I win it because ace is higher than 9. Bill wins it because jack is higher than 3. Bill wins it because queen is higher than 3. I win it because king is higher than jack. I win it because 6 is higher than 5. I win because 8 is higher than 2. I win because 5 is higher than 4. Bill wins because queen is higher than 3. Bill wins because ace is higher than 7. I win because 4 is higher than 3. I win because 7 is higher than 6. I win because king is higher than 6. I win because queen is higher than 9. I win because jack is higher than 10. I win because 6 is higher than 2. I win because 5, he wins because 5 is higher than 4. I win because king is higher than 8. He wins because king is higher than 10. I win because 9 is higher than 2. He wins because jack is higher than 4. So we take those cards that we had on the side and we reuse them and we continue playing. And so we'll just keep playing this until it finishes. Games of war are really fast, and so if you're looking for a quick game to play, that's just a wonderful version. 9 is higher than 8, Bill wins. Ace is higher than 10, I win. 9 is higher than 7, I win. Ace is higher than queen, I win this round. Jack is higher than 10. Ace is higher than king. And so we haven't seen a war yet, and I just want to show you guys a war. And so obviously, I'm not going to announce it anymore, but whoever has a higher ranking card wins the 2 cards there, right? So I feel you guys can understand that. It's a relatively simple game. It's quite easy, but it can still be fun. And now this is a war. So you have to play 1, 2, 3 cards face down, like I said. And then you have to play 1 card face up. And whoever has a higher card wins all 10 cards. So I had the higher card there. I win all 10 cards there. And so that's how the war aspect of the game is. And a fun fact, it was actually this game is actually made as a life lesson to teach people that war is kind of unpredictable, right? It's kind of luck based. Just how this game is luck based, similarly, war is also luck based. And so, once again, we have a war. So we're gonna go 1, 2. We have to wait to get our cards back. 2, 3 cards face down, 1 card face up. We win the war. We win all 10 cards again. And so we're in quite a good spot here. And so this can go on for a long time, depending on how your luck is. And right now he's getting a lot of cards back. This is a war. 1, 2, 3 cards face down, 1 card face up. He won the war. And so we're just gonna try finishing this game out. It's quite simple, but we'll finish it out just for the sake of it, so you can see. But honestly, guys, this is a very simple game. Quite a luck-based game though, so some people don't find it fun because of that. And I can sort of see where that's coming from. Because right now we're just flipping cards, right? And so you can just sort of see what's going on here. We might have to end it because this is getting a bit long. Just sitting here because we don't know how long this game could go or how long this game could last, but you sort of see the hang of it. Just whoever has a higher card wins. And so I think that's it. Um, the essence of the game can be seen. And it doesn't really make sense to keep going because we could be here for maybe an hour, right? We don't know. It's just luck based. And so that's it. And thank you.